Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube live. I'm Pete DeMarco, and tonight I'm going to do this live Q&A. I've been trying to do these for a few weeks now, and they've really had some technical difficulties, but hopefully I think I've finally figured this out. Although I am trying to figure out this light here. We'll go with that. So yeah, this is today's live Q&A. My name is Pete DeMarco, and this is the third of 5 live Q&As I want to try here on YouTube. Welcome everyone who's signing in. Feel free to ask me anything. Hey, how you doing, Gregory? Great to see you. Jason Teal, awesome, man. So yeah, this is my live Q&A. Like I said, I'm going to be doing 5 of these every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And I screwed up the last 2. I couldn't figure out the tech. It was just horrible. Thank you. Glad you like it, Jason. Jason, how did you find out about this? Was this through the did it just pop up on your YouTube feed, or did you know I was doing this? I'm just curious how YouTube is, if the algorithm is getting the word out. So let's see. Oh, one thing I need to change is the timing. I guess there's like a delay from when I ask a question until you hear it. And there's some, oh, cool. Jason says he saw it pop up. Oh, hold on. He saw it pop up while on the while on the toilet. Okay. Saw it in my feed. Oh, really cool. Okay, awesome. Gregory says you saw it in his feed. There's a setting that I need to update, which is the delay between when I say something and when you type it in and I hear back from you. So that's on the next one. I'll play around with that. So there's a little bit more of an instant communication, but I'm guessing there's like a 5-second delay or a little bit more between when I say stuff and when you type something in. So I can't see it right away. So yeah, this is the live Q&A. And tonight I was going to talk a little bit about one of my favorite tripods, the one I use, which is the Peak Design travel tripod. I was going to talk about that because I got a question from M in Spain about that one. So I thought I'd go over that. If you guys have any questions or want to share something, please feel free to do so. You can just type it in the chat. If you're watching this, Jason Teal, who's joined us, has an amazing photography podcast called The Sajin. It's about photography in Korea. But it's not just, if you're not in Korea, I would definitely check it out anyways. It's also about just all different aspects of photography, from the creative side to dealing with critics. He does interviews with street photographers, and actually there's an episode of mine that was on there. I think it was episode 7. He's probably up to like 50 episodes now. Yeah, definitely check it out. It's called The Sajin, and that's Sajin. If you go to, I think, Spotify, iTunes, or any of those feeds, you'll be able to find it. And Jason's from Canada. He's lived in Korea for almost 20 years now, I think, and he knows all about all different sorts of photography, from film to digital to street to landscape. He does it all. So definitely check out Jason's podcast. He also you can find him on Instagram and Facebook as well. And I think I'm trying to convince him to do some photography tours in Korea, in South Korea. If you don't know, I lived in South Korea for 11 years, and that's how I know Jason. I traveled all over Korea, and he's lining up. I don't know if it's a secret or not, but he's lining up some really cool tours. They're day tours in South Korea to Gyeongju, and well, probably he lives in Ulsan. I'm sure he'll do one there, but definitely check him out. He also does meetups, photography groups. He has a site called Ulsan Online, which is not just for photography; it's for all different sorts of stuff. So if you want to know about anything Korea related, South Korea and photography, definitely check out his stuff. So yeah, welcome everybody who's joining, or one other person. Feel free to say hello in the chat. My name's Pete. I'm talking about a few different things. Well, one thing tonight is the carbon fiber tripod from Peak Design. This is a Ask Me Anything Q&A. And Emmanuel in Spain asked me about what's the best tripod or what tripod I use. So is it worth the money? Yeah, it's definitely, you're welcome, Jason, anytime, buddy. So this is the carbon fiber tripod. And the first question is it worth the money? Jason asked, is it worth the money? For me, it is worth the money. I guess this is all relative. I've had like probably 5 different tripods or more. And the problem with the tripods is I usually break them within 2 or 3 years. Some part of it just gets wrecked. And first thing, what I like about this, the Peak Design tripod, is it has a lifetime warranty. So even though it costs more money, you know that 10 years from now, if there's some issue with it, it's a no questions asked rebate or return. If you're in the US, I recommend buying it from REI. REI also, they have a no questions asked return policy, which is 1 year. Well, you can return it 1 year, no questions asked, and after that you can still return it, but you have like a full year. So actually, they do sell it at REI. You can usually only buy it online, not from the actual store. Sometimes they don't have it in stock. But when you buy it in line, you also get a 10% discount. Not discount, but you get a rebate, not rebate. You get 10% to apply towards any merchandise there. So first thing is the warranty is amazing. Second, so Jason says that's a good point about the warranty. Yeah, if you're spending $300 for a tripod, but then 5 years later or 4 years later, you're spending another $300, that's the cost of this tripod. So there's 2 types. There's the carbon fiber and there is the aluminum. And the carbon fiber is actually like 20 or 30% sturdier than the aluminum. It's also 50% more expensive. I think the aluminum is $300 and I think the carbon fiber is around $600. It is steep, but a huge thing that I like about it is that it's lightweight. So first thing is super lightweight, but a lot of tripods are lightweight. But to be honest, the thing I like most about it is that it's about the radius of a water bottle. And that means if you're a fanboy of the Peak Design stuff, that means that this, like a water bottle, can fit in the side. Not this water bottle, but any water bottle can fit in the side of the backpack right here really easily. I have the Peak Design travel backpack, which I love, which is this one right here. And I can actually, when I open it like this, I can fit it actually sideways on top of the cube. So I don't think it's really meant to be like that, but you can see it fits lengthwise like this inside. So a huge thing is the volume. It takes up a lot less volume than other normal tripods. It is a little bit strange because the head here it's got this weird system, which in the beginning I found a little bit strange, but actually like it after. You just twist, there's this dial here, you twist it, and the tripod head spins on the ball head here like this. So it's not the traditional ball head. There is one thing I don't like about this ball head, or whatever you call this piece, is that it locks. I don't know if you can see there. You can't turn it all the way. And so sometimes when you're trying to get your shot, you can't angle your camera all the way back. You either have to flip it to the other side, and then you have like a little bit more motion on the other side, or you can use an L bracket. If you have an L bracket, then that you don't have to worry about it. But that is one thing that I don't like. But again, this is a super lightweight ball head. And of course, the legs extend. I'll give you a little tip too. I love, this is glow in the dark tape. So the tripod doesn't come with this, but I love this glow in the dark tape. I just put some around here. And then when I'm out at night, if you're doing astrophotography or you're in some super dark place, it helps to see the legs of your tripod so you don't trip over it, or other people who are out shooting with you don't trip over it. So yeah, that's the main thing about this tripod. There also has a ton of other little features, like there's a little phone thing here. So if you pop this out, I've never used it, but it's cool. If you pop this out, you have an actual phone. So this thing pops out and you can put your phone on here. It's like a little, this thing slides out like that, and you clip your phone in here, and then you can clip it to the top of the tripod. So it has like all these other little gadgets and things, but it's super sturdy. It looks a little flimsy. It's not like a bomber tripod, like a tank tripod, like a big Manfrotto that you would throw in your trunk and use like in high winds, or that goes up really high. It's more, again, it's a travel tripod. So you do have to, you can't have everything. You can't have super, super sturdy support and have a lightweight and compact tripod. So anyways, those are, but it's good enough for me by far. I've also used a huge lens on this. I use the Sony 200 to 600 millimeter massive lens to photograph the eclipse, and yeah, no problems with that. And also, if you're worried about vibration and stuff like that, rather than extending it 100% all of the legs like this, you just use the tripod really low to the ground. So sometimes if it's super windy, I need extra support, I'll only extend these legs right here, and these are absolutely solid. And of course, like all other tripods, there's another setting here where you can have the legs come out further. So all around, it hurts when you buy this tripod, but every time I use it, I'm grateful for it. I mean, it hurts your wallet that it's so expensive, but there's been so many times that I don't take a tripod simply because it's too heavy. And it's like, okay, I saved $300 buying a cheaper tripod, which is good enough, but I leave it at home because I don't want to walk around the city with it for a few hours or whatever. If you're throwing it in the back of your car, it's another story. But if you're hopping on a plane, or you're taking public transport, taking a bus, taking a train, doing an overnight trip or a few-day trip, and you want something small, lightweight, compact that you can put in your carry-on luggage or backpack, then definitely over time, if you use it enough, I think there's no doubt that it's worth the investment. Jason says, yeah, I think he liked the tip with the glow in the dark tape because people don't trip over it. So yeah. Oh, and you get this handy dandy little travel case, which is cool. Got to leave it up to Peak Design to always come out with stuff like that. And it looks cool. So that's it. Yeah. If you have any questions, Gregory, Great to see you again, Gregory. I'm going to release the New York. So I'm changing topics. I'm about to release a New York City photography tour. It's going to be 4 days and 5 nights. It's going to take place in the fall and spring. And there is a kind of early bird or interest list right now. So if you want to get on that, just shoot me an email or DM me and I'll add you to the list. You'll hear about the dates, the price, and all that's involved before everyone else does, and have early access to that. Otherwise, I'll be releasing it in about 2 weeks to everybody. So I'm really excited about it. It's going to be an incredible trip. We're going to go all over the city, from Midtown, shoot from above, from skyscrapers down to Brooklyn and Dumbo, photographing the skyline over the Hudson River, or not the Hudson, the East River, over to Manhattan. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff on that trip. We'll do night photography in Greenwich Village. We'll go down to the financial district. We're going to shoot historical stuff, modern. So it's going to be awesome. And yeah, so if anyone has a question, feel free to put it in the chat, or I'll keep rambling on for a little while longer. Like I said, this was just a kind of first run for the live Q&A, the Ask Me Anything. I'm doing this every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 8 p.m. In New York City. So if you're also in Asia, my friends over there in Asia, you should be able to sign on too. So the dates of the tour are, yeah, Jason's asking about the dates of the tour. They're going to be, I haven't released the official dates yet, but I'm looking at the last week in October, which is that's right when the fall foliage starts to turn. So part of the tour will be going through Central Park. So you can imagine all the trees and their fall colors. And then there will be some more dates in April, which is right during the spring bloom. I was in New York a couple of weeks ago, or a few weeks in April during the bloom, and it's absolutely stunning. It's so beautiful. There's so much to shoot if you like, just photographing people, kind of street photography stuff. Obviously, you're in a park, but just all the flowers, the fountains, the people. And what makes it really unique is you have the New York skyline behind you. So you have all this greenery, but then you have the cityscape behind you. So it's really amazing. So that will be October and April. And like I said, for anyone who's interested, if you sign up to my mailing list or just shoot me a message, I'll add you to the early bird interest list to get early access to all the info about that. Yeah. Oh, it's actually not. Gregory said reflective tape is a good idea. It's actually not reflective tape. It's glow in the dark tape. And you can get it online on Amazon for like $8, $6 a roll, maybe even less. And so you just kind of light it up with your phone or shine a flashlight on it, your headlamp, and then it stays bright for like an hour. So yeah, glow in the dark tape, fantastic. Really like it. And what else? I think that is about everything. For me, I've just been working on my tour for New York, and I also have a tour in 2 spots left on our tour to Monument Valley in the fall, in the last week of September. So yeah. How about you guys? Have you, Jason asks if there's any photo tips today. Okay, let me think of some photo tips. Photo tips, let's see. What have I been working on? Really, the biggest thing I've been doing is actually with my phone. I was in New York again a few days ago, and I've just been using my phone actually quite a bit just to kind of capture more like sketches, kind of getting ideas of places to go back to. Um, Other tips, photo tips. Any any type of tip in particular, Jason? Night photography or architecture? I need to fix this setting so that. Okay, yeah, that's wasn't too far of a delay. Maybe it's all right. How do you prepare for a shoot? You do you scout locations or plan out specific shots? I've done both. I When I'm preparing for a shoot, it kind of depends. Like if it's something like the moon, want to get a moon alignment, then I'll use photo pills and use that to kind of plan out the shoot. But if there are, um, so do you scout locations or plan out specific shots? So I do both. Actually, for the New York tour, I've been looking. A lot of people that have been requesting street photography, and so I've been asking around, asking friends, other photographers, like where are some good places in New York City to do street photography. And Gregory, you probably know some. So Central Park is one, but a lot of people have suggested, and I would agree, is Greenwich Village, the area around Washington Square Park. All the whole area, the historic district in Greenwich Village is great. You have brownstones with gas lamps. You have restaurants, little corner restaurants, that almost look like something from Paris or something like that, like brunch spots and stuff. And you have bars. You have like a mix of everything. So you have the historic, you have the modern, you have a lot of street life. It's very quiet. It's not the New York of the skyscrapers. So what I've been doing is just walking around there. Like I looked online for a few spots, and of course I do have some specific shots in mind. Of course, there's the iconic shots. For example, not too far from Greenwich Village is the Flatiron Building, which I'm sure you've seen. It's like a triangle and kind of goes like this. And it's just one of the most iconic photos in New York City. And you kind of it's awesome, and you have to go shoot that. So I do kind of look online or Instagram, whatever, and kind of see spots and ideas. But I've found that just like picking a region, picking an area of the city, picking a neighborhood, and just walking around and seeing stuff pop up, it's almost more fun than having a particular shot in mind that you want to copy or replicate. When you see that shot, like the Eiffel Tower, and you want to stand in the same place and get that shot. But for me, especially for like street photography and night photography in the city, it's fun to just walk around, get lost, not follow a map or anything like that, and just see random stuff that pops up. And how do I choose the location for my outdoor shoots? It really depends. If it's just kind of follow my curiosity, go shoot things that are interesting to me, whether it's photographing like the moon rising over the Empire State Building. I did that like a month ago. It's fun to just kind of plan that out. It's almost like playing a game of chess, trying to figure out where the moon's going to rise and all that. So sometimes I do plan them out, but other times it's more just go to a place that I think would be fun. So yeah. For anyone who just signed in, I'm Pete DeMarco, and this is my live Q&A every Thursday from 8 p.m. onwards. and 8 p.m. Eastern time, New York. I'm going to do this for 2 or 3 more weeks. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, yeah. Gregory or Jason, what have you been shooting lately? Do you have anything that you've been photographing or want to photograph lately? I got to fix this little delay here. Next time we'll do that. So yeah, I guess. Oh, Wednesday was, Jason says Wednesday was Buddha's birthday. Oh, cool. Tongdosa. I remember we went there a long time ago, which is beautiful. Cool. I'm looking forward to seeing those. He says he got some great shots. Awesome. Yeah, the photographing Buddha's birthday is one of my favorite things in Korea. The lanterns are everywhere. If you love night photography, it's such a fantastic time of year. I love the atmosphere too, how they play the Buddhist music over the loudspeakers, and they have all the different figures, like from the Chinese zodiac or whatever. Yeah, and Tongdosa has that river, and then they had all the lanterns going down the side, which is really cool. Oh, you saw? Oh, yeah, the ringing of the bell too. I forgot about that. What date is Buddha's birthday? If I were to ever do a photo tour in Korea, I would definitely go during Buddha's birthday. Birding in Prospect. Oh, Gregory's been birding in Prospect Park. Nice. Yeah, the Prospect Park is gorgeous. There's so much there. And I think it was designed by the same guy who did the what's it called? Central Park. And that's like kind of the Central Park of Brooklyn. Oh, Buddha's birthday changes every year, right? Cool. Gregory, what lens are you using for birding? And Jason, what do you have any tips for photographing the lanterns? I think you did a whole podcast about Buddha's birthday and photographing the lanterns before. Of course, they have Buddha's birthday all over Asia, Japan, Malaysia. There's Buddha's birthday events and stuff all over. Okay, another will be coming on today. Nice. So yeah, Jason's best tip for Buddha's birthday would be to get there early and scout your location. Absolutely. I know Tongdosa is kind of your home temple. It's a huge temple, not too far from where Jason lives. And yeah, it's nice if it's a place that you've been to it many times, and then you can go back and photograph it. It's just makes such a difference than just traveling for a short time, not really knowing what's going on, because each year you know where the crowds are, you know what time the people are going to be there, so it does help to get your spot. I remember there's one place that we went to, is it Samgwangsa in Busan, where there was like a roof and they let you like go out onto the roof, and there's just a row of photographers, almost like a firing range, looking down over all the lanterns. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, I missed that. That's so cool. Yeah, Samgwangsa. That's one of my favorites. If you're in Busan, Korea, definitely check that place out. It's amazing. Gregory's trying to travel light and using a 75 to 300 millimeter, but we'll need to use a larger lens for water birds. Yeah, I don't do a lot of bird. I've rarely done it. I do have a video on my YouTube channel about photographing birds in Tallahassee, Florida, which was actually saw some of the most incredible birds, and I actually really enjoyed it much more than I thought I would. So yeah, there's a lot of birders here in Connecticut. There's a lot of owls and so many different things to shoot. Yeah, it is a challenge though if you want to travel light, but then you have to take this big bazooka lens with you. So, oh my God, Jason says it took 3.5 hours to go to the temple. That's crazy. Well, it took me 12 hours to get to Vermont during the eclipse, which should have taken like 4 hours. Yeah. Cool. So I think that is pretty much it. Like I said, I'm going to be doing these live Q&As every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's New York. And if you have any questions, you can just write them in the comments below this video, or you can email me or DM me on Instagram, whatever, with your question, and I'll answer it during this. If you'd like to be the first to hear about my upcoming tours and workshops and get my photography tips, I have a free newsletter I send out probably once every 2 weeks, minimum once every month, sometimes a little bit more frequent. You can find that on my website, thenomadwithin.com, or I think there's a link somewhere on my YouTube page. You can find that. So thank you. Oh, Gregory, you saw the bird video. Awesome. Glad you saw that. So, there is reminders I put on my on my channel. I have if you scroll down, it says live, YouTube live, and it says why pre-planned the next YouTube live. So you can also go on that and click the notification thing for the upcoming videos if you want. All right, so Jason, Gregory, thank you for joining this live Q&A. This was the best one by far. The last one ended after about 5 minutes. So anyways, thank you guys for being here. It was great talking to you, and I look forward to catching up with you and hopefully shooting with you soon somewhere down the road. So have a wonderful evening, wonderful day, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you next week. Bye all.